Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome.
Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. Okay. All right. So as you, depending on when you see this, I actually just cut my hair, and it was a lot of hair because it is so hot outside, and so I was like, I can't do this. So cut my hair, and so that took a bunch of time because, like I said, it was a lot of hair. But I was able to finish the project I've been working on, and so I wanted to share it and take a look at it. I'll just share it. Hold on, I'm gonna put a link to it. So next to the recording of this video on the site, you can check it out for yourself. And here okay, cool. All right, so this is mylight.work, right? And so let me kind of show some other stuff. So I have this one. Let me show you some of the other kind of like in the same vein that I have, right? And so I have this site. So this is my slides.page, right? Let me add a link to this as well. And so this is where I do, that was weird. Okay. This is where I do, like when I have presentations and stuff. Oh, whoa, stop. Okay. So this is where you'll be able to kind of check out slides from some of my previous talks. I had to redo this because I changed some stuff up in my slides. It's just a whole lot of things. But technically, this is where you'd go, my slides.page, because that's my slides page, and that's where you can go to check my slides page. And so I also have myworkshops.live, and that one is for when I do workshops. I have people like log in, and they can, like, as the slides and things change, like they can like code along with us and everything. So it's kind of like really interactive, right? And so I don't have any upcoming things, but some previous ones, you see I have a bunch, right? Great. So in the same vein of all that, so this is where I do my workshops live, and they're also where my workshops live, because you can always do it, enter in afterwards, right? All right, and kind of like redo it. Now, let's see here. Cool. So mylight.work, right? This, like you can see, it says light as in random tools that I make, web components, lightning talk slides, and other things. So basically like experiments that don't have their own sites, right? So it's kind of just like a collaboration of just a whole bunch of stuff. And so before I do all that, you can check out, I'm logged in, so you can see the admin thing. I really should probably have logged out, but you know what? Let me log out. Hold on, let me admin. So you can see I have this admin section here. That's for the slide stuff. Come on. That is because API thing not working, but okay, I am logged out. Great. So, so here it is. So yeah, I'm still working on the lightning talk slide stuff. That's gonna be pretty dope, because people will be able to kind of like interact with the slides as I'm going through them. It's gonna be super dope, but they're for like quick lightning talks. So it's similar to my longer talks, but they don't really need that much stuff. It's gonna be made to be really quick, right? So that's where the lightning part comes in. All right. So another random things I do. Now, let's take a look at about, so you can see what I kind of used to build it. And you notice the transition there, it kind of faded, right? I wish this, hold on. You see this is here because of the screen sharing. It takes up a whole bunch of space. So that's why this bar is here. Normally it's not there. It's fine, whatever. But so this here is a web component that I made for all my different projects, so I don't have to keep creating about pages. And so I got that working. So like this is the place for my light projects. I'll probably put something like experiments without their own sites or something also there, right? But so you can see I use AppWrite, and so AppWrite has these functions that you can use. So let me open this. So you can click to learn more, and it's going to go to the AppWrite functions, and so you can kind of see you can do stuff here. Cool. So I use that to generate credentials that'll be used for the slides. All right. And then I use Astro as like the framework. And, you know, I'm a big fan of Astro. So let me show you this. So Astro to be able to do the website. I also use their DB. I got in to their project. Let me log out of here so you can see, because right now it's closed beta. So hold on. Let's get out of here. Let me see. It takes me back. Why won't it let me take? I don't know. But here's the site. So Astro Studio. So I use that as a database. I'm like, oh, you know what? I like Astro. I like that they have like a product that they're looking to put out. I'm down to support. So I'm using that as for the database. Totally wrong place. Come in this one. Too many tabs open. All right. So then I'm using Cloudflare for the hosting. So I'm using their Cloudflare pages. So you can see here, and it's pretty dope. Create full stack applications that are instantly deployed to Cloudflare global network. And I thought that was pretty interesting, so that hopefully the project I do, like especially for the I wonder for like the demo, like the lightning talks. The slides should hopefully come from places closest to them. That's what I'm hoping. You know what I'm saying? Since it's distributed all over the world, that hopefully that'll be a lot quicker. Because previously it would be like on the East Coast or whatever. And so if I'm in like Asia or whatever, then it's kind of like a long trip. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm hoping that we'll see. Even though I never really had any issues before. Like when I was doing workshops and stuff, never had an issue, but that was just my thoughts. So I was like, okay, I wanted to try out Cloudflare pages. I use them for some other stuff, and I was like, all right, it's kind of happy. So there's that. And then with Astro, with like the DB stuff, I came across Lucia, like St. Lucia, from what I understand when I was doing the thing. And I use it for authentication. Like you just saw there, I was logging in and logging out. And that is this one here. Pretty dope library. You can do a bunch of stuff. So I'm using the GitHub login OAuth and actually show you. And then they also show you how to do it like with Astro DB. Pretty dope. They have like a whole like a library that you can use for it. Dope stuff. And it was a kind of a cool way of being able to like learn more about it. So that's pretty dope. That was a good exercise. So I appreciate that. All right. So that is the about section. For all of like the real-time stuff, I'm using Vonage. I probably should add that on there. But for like real-time communications, I thought I added on there. I got to remember to add that. So for real-time communication stuff, I'm using Vonage. All right, cool. And then you see here today, I'm ready to show the world. Apparently not, because I forgot to add some stuff, but whatever it is. All right, cool. And then you can check out the different stuff on my website for more things. Cool. So that is that. I also added a shop. I always add it to any of my sites. And it's just kind of like I make t-shirts and stuff. So you can see there's some of the designs or whatever. So hey, if you see anything you like, feel free. All right, cool. So let's go back to home now. And, you know, it's like the transitions. And this is done with Astro. They have view transitions built in. And so that's pretty dope. And I think this is using the, no. I have to check because I don't think it's the cross page joins. I don't know. But this is not the latest version. I need to update this because this is maybe I've been working on this maybe off and on for like a few weeks. Let's say a month, because when I came back from Japan, because I had a break in between because I went to Japan, I wasn't really working on it. So I kind of started it before going to Japan. Then I was in Japan for a long time, and then I started kind of working on it. The thing that took the most time, honestly, was this logo that I have here in the background. I'm not an artist or anything, but I had this idea, this thing I wanted to make. And so I wanted it to be like a light bulb, but inside of it was the word light. And so it is what it is, whatever. I may change it, but I just want to get something done. So you can see like welcome, light as in, like I said, the tools that I made. So one tool that I made is that I do a bunch of sample projects, right? And so I'm spinning up stuff in the back end and things. And so I created this private key to environment variable. And because when dealing with the back end, to do some of the stuff where I need to do, especially like for Vonage, the way you kind of like authenticate yourself is that you need a private key, your application ID, and some other stuff, whatever, right? And the other stuff you can do as environment variables. So for me, setting up environment variables is just easier. Instead of, and so like with a private key, I would have to like upload it to the server and then pull it in through like the file system. And I was like, that seems like a lot of work that I don't want to, especially if it's something I'm spinning up really quickly. And I don't want to do that. So, and then sometimes it's kind of hard. At least I haven't really figured out a way that if I upload a file to the server, like if it's like not my own server, like one of these like third-party joints, I'm like, well, where is that file? You know what I mean? Because it is on some random server somewhere in the cloud where and I didn't want to have to like think about that. So I was like, well, I know how to get the environment variable anywhere, regardless if it's like a third-party joint or whatever. So I created this thing where I can choose my private key, which you're not even going to see that. I don't even know why I even did that. But I can click here, pull it up, and then in the browser, this is all done in the browser. It doesn't send it anywhere, and it'll give me like the environment variable that I can use for that private key. It does some like base 64 encoding stuff. And then that way I can just decode it and then have it in the back end, decode it, and just use it that way instead of having to do the file system stuff or whatever. So for me, that's a lot easier. So then that would normally show up here. You'd be able to copy the clipboard to clear it. All right. And so I have a note is generated in the browser. The private key is not sent to a server at all. Right. And then I said, why? I created, basically what I just told you. Right. So yeah, it works with the Vonage private keys, but it should work with any keys. I haven't really tried it with any other random private keys, but it should work. If it doesn't, let me know. So that's one of them, right? And then I also used it. I'm going to use this site for like random web components that I create. And so I made this prize wheel web component, and I'm just going to read it here. So as a developer advocate, I get to do a lot of events, talks, and workshops. I like to do giveaways for the folks that attend. So I created a prize wheel web component as a fun way to distribute prizes, right? And so it's just a thing I made. And this is just an example of it. So I have a link if you want to check out the repo on how to customize it, because you can pretty much change everything on it, like the colors. Well, let me just show you. So right now I just have it to where it'll just show some random prizes. So let's say 7, right? I want to show 7, a wheel with like 7 slots. Hit enter, bam, there it is. And it's just using like random stuff. So if you want, you can like win chicken. And so you can change the colors of the background. And I made it to where, if you notice, some are in black text, some are in white text. So I found this algorithm, which is kind of interesting. Again, this is pretty cool to build. And it takes the contrast. So it's either black or white text. And it'll take the contrast of the background and determine whether black or white text has higher contrast. So it's easier to read. And then this is the SVG. And I learned so much about SVGs and putting like text and doing all of those stuff. It was a lot. And then I'm using like physics to generate like the spinning of the thing. So, all right. So then you can call 2 methods on there. So there's a spin method. And this is all random. And you can set variables to kind of determine how fast you want it to go, how long you want it to go for, but it will be randomized within those things. And then it sends off an event with whatever it is that win, and you can do stuff. So I have like confetti come up, and then this mode will pop up. You do that yourself. Everything, I just handle the wheel and then letting you know when something has been chosen. And so then you can also reset it to bring you back, and then you can spin again. And so that is pretty much it. Cool. Well, I want to kind of interested to see what we'll win this time. Hold on. For those chicken, this one will be. And what's funny is it's super random that sometimes it even just spins backwards a little bit, and it'll like just go back one. It's mad random. I'm surprised they didn't do it this time. Let's see where we're at. Is it tuna? Yay, we won tuna. Cool. So stuff like that. So those are the type of things that I'll be doing and placing here on the site. It's been a pretty cool, interesting, like project. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty dope. I enjoyed putting it together. So I'm gonna be adding more stuff to it in the future. And so hopefully people dig it. You know what I'm saying? And just a little bit easier way of being able to have some of these projects in my brain. Like, for example, one thing that I want to add is I created this web component that's like a countdown timer, or it shows like the time of an event in your own local time zone. And so I'm going to add that. And I'm also going to add the thing that I've been using to create the highlight videos for this site. And it's all done within the browser. It's kind of amazing stuff using like WASM. And so I'm going to kind of create a little mini application, kind of like what I have, a little bit more broad, because the one I have now is really just for this. But I'm going to make it a little bit broader so that anybody could be able to, in their browser, so it doesn't cost me anything. It's like it's not uploading to a server or anything. And it does it in the browser, and you can like create highlight clips. And so you put the timestamps, it'll join the clips together. You can put like intro, outro. It's going to be kind of cool, I think. So yeah. Oh, also, I played around. I think I've done this before. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But you can't see I have the inspector tool open, developer tools. So, but using CSS, I have, right now, this browser, this computer is set for light mode. Like the browser, the default is light mode. But I have it to where, depending on your browser settings, so if you have dark mode set up, it will do everything in dark mode. And so I figured I didn't want to have like a toggle, because I'm like, well, if you like dark mode, you're going to set your browser for dark mode. And so that way it just shows up the way you want without you having to change anything, right? And so I just did that. I don't know. But yeah, cool. I'll do 10 of these. Yeah. And so that is pretty much it. So I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. It's just a quick project I kind of made. Not really quick. Well, it would have been quick if I could have gotten the logo done a lot faster. But I'm glad it's up. So now I can focus on adding projects to it. So yeah, there you go. All right. Cool. So I am going to stop this. So yeah. So let me see here. Stop this screen share. Yes. So yeah, that's just my latest project. And so if you start seeing things on my social media, I'll like start putting stuff there and things. So yeah, cool. And so, and then and that's why I do these things, these sessions, because this helps me to do these things. I mean, and so, yeah. So I think it came out all right. Not too bad. You know what I'm saying? For a few weeks of work. And so I'm going to add more to it. And yeah, cool. All right. I'm going to get y'all back to work. I'm going to send y'all off with this track. Screen share here. So let me know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Try it out. Let me know if it works for you. It should work in like all browsers. So I'm trying to work on things that work in a majority of browsers, at least like newer browsers. You know what I'm saying? Across the board. So hopefully it'll work. Let me know if it doesn't. And yeah, so I'm gonna send y'all off with this track. This is New Jabez featuring Apani B. The track's called Thank You, because thanks for hanging out. And I'll see you around. The final break session, we'll take a look at artist's website, listen to some music, watch some videos, maybe become a fan. And yeah, like I'm a fan of New Jabez. This track is featuring Apani B. The track's called Thank You. All right, y'all be easy. And see you 15 minutes after hour. Y'all wish you much productivity.
But let me start from the heart. I just want to say I thank you all for showing up to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing up to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing up to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing up to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard.